Hello and welcome back to Project Zomboid. We now have the truck, so we can go even further in our explorations. Problem is that with a vehicle like this, I think the chances of us just dying are much higher. I'm just reading, because it's 7 p.m. and she needs to sleep soon, so I'm just reading some of Carpentry book. This is book 3, I believe. Book 4? Yeah, here we go. So we're getting a little bit of modifier there because we really do need to do carpentry at some point. She is very tired. What else was there? There were a few things I messed up on. One of them was I realized mistakenly that I can repair an axe. I had thought that the axes were like crowbars, which were not repairable. I don't know why I thought this. The first repair on this, I used wood glue, and it got me 75%. And then it reduced from there, and I got a 35% of what was missing. So I got this one up to this much. So I went and got the other axe, if you remember. We dropped it on the ground, and I picked it up, and I tried to repair it as well. And I repaired it 3 times, and I didn't get very much. I think this is my fault. I should have waited until I got more wood glue, because I think I've ruined this. Because every time you repair it, it repairs for less. So currently, yeah, that's kind of effed. Just have her smoke, smoke before you sleep. We are going to need to start doing our carpentry at some point here. Keep putting it off. At some point, I'm going to have to do it. I don't recall what day I am on at this point. They're all sort of blending together, and I'm not sure if this is a day with the Carpentry TV station is on or not. I'll check at noon. If it's not, then it's on at 5, I think. And if it's not then I guess I missed it. That's my fault. Not too upset. It would be nice to have a little bit more skill level. Oh, interesting. Why did my nimble level up? Can you just level nimble while walking about? Or does that mean that there's someone out here? I'll zoom out. I'll just kind of cruise around a little bit and we'll look. I looked up a little bit of information about the dead zombies. And it turns out there's a few settings for these zombies. One of them is zombies you find that are laying down in the world are pretending to be dead, but they growl. So they stand out a bit. These other zombies, it's a setting to have zombies you have killed come back. I did read that people were saying that it was like a 1% chance per decaying tick for the zombie to reawaken. And I don't have that setting on. I can show you in a second because I have the sandbox settings mod. I'm just going to kill out. One of them walked in there. They're obsessed with going in that way. I don't know why. I don't know where these guys are coming from. Hoping that we can get up to the fire station. Let's just check out here real quick. So what I was saying is I don't think I need to dispose. There's a few more coming in. I don't think... Oh, there's one up there. A few up there. I don't think I need to dispose of the zombies. I'm not sure why they are spending so much time cruising around like this. I've played a lot of Zomboid, and a lot of the settings I've played with too. And I've never really seen zombies like move around this much. Any previous base I've had, I've never had them just sort of, constantly be trying to get in. Usually, when you clear an area out, they just sort of stop trying to get in. I'm not sure what's causing that. Just double check over here, make sure it's safe. I think it's safe, but they were trying to come over here, and I think there's a few more coming in, so we'll just sit over here. What is this? Oh, you can get scratched walking through that. And there's definitely a zombie in there. Look at all that. I think this is my first injury. Come on. Yeah. I wonder how many of you are in there. I'll just hang out here. Yeah. So I'm going to show the sandbox settings, options, zombie lore. So this is the settings I think we're using. Long eagle, pinpoint, but here, fake dead zombie reanimation. And there's a few settings. We'll never pretend to be dead. Some that we kill can pretend to be dead. And we don't have that on. There's another one. So I'm thinking that because of that, we don't have to actually worry about that. You can get sick from zombies, but I am wearing a mask, and I think that helps. Oh, how many were in there? Maybe we should just sit here more often. We really need to, can you remove these bushes, I wonder? Maybe if you have a sledgehammer? I'm not sure. I will probably start trying to carpentry. I think I saw bush moving. I think there's another one. Maybe I should just go in there or just sit here. Apparently, they're just coming to me. Here comes some more down the way. We do have the, like I said, we do have that setting. That's what I was so confused by in the earlier game when the zombies were like struggling to like see me or hear me. Because I had thought when I had set this game up, I thought I had set them to sort of Walking Dead style zombies where they're pretty weak, they're fragile, but there's a ton of them. And they have super hearing and super unrealistic hearing and super unrealistic sight and long memory. So they should see and come from great distances. Let's perhaps go over here. So we've got a little bit. I need to read this book. I could just come over here, I guess. Just hang out, investigate. I don't see anybody, but then again, they were just hiding in here. Just quarantine this area off. It's kind of nerve-wracking that there's so many of them in there. I am carrying my hammer and my saw, so... should I blow a whole day reading? I think we're gonna have to. Sit, please. No. Should have the... Sometimes the mod doesn't work, but I do have the mod that lets me sit on furniture. It's not working though. These later books are so big. Time stopped on its own. So the reason I went outside is because I had it set to fast forward and the time stopped on its own. Normally when that happens, it's because the character saw a zombie. Any actions you're doing fast forwarded should stop if a character spots a zombie. It should immediately default down to slow setting. So you have a time to react. So you can't just like kill yourself. There's a zombie in here, but he's dead. Not sure why that happened. We'll hang out by this TV. Just cause. Oh, I think it was me. Yeah, so if I right-click to look, it does that. Okay. I thought I could look around. So just speeding through time here, reading. Wait until noon. Waiting to get this XP modifier. She does want to smoke. She's hungry now. Kind of, there's some stuff about the game that is a little bit meh. And that is the skill grinding. Like I said at the beginning of the series, I have XP rates at ×3. You could play it ×1. There's absolutely nothing wrong with it. It just slows the game down significantly. The amount you need to grind in order to get your skills up is pretty drastic. So turn on cooking, carpentry, and that's it. So this is not the final day. If we got carpentry skill, we almost leveled up. So let's keep reading this book. We basically killed this whole day. That's okay. I'm all right with that. Haven't heard the helicopter yet either. I'm pretty sure the helicopter is always like day 9, day 10, somewhere in there. I have it set to... I'm not using the expanded helicopter events mod, but I do have it set to sometimes rather than once or never. So it should show up several times if it ever does decide to show up. Let's scope out. So someone came into the yard over here, it looks like. Figures as much. They love this yard. It's probably a pure coincidence that we picked the yard, the house we did. Just because, you know, if they do wander in, they seem to always go left or right. They never seem to go down to that southern area unless I'm over there. It's always like, it's always right here. They love this yard. There's another one coming. She's smoking right now, though. We got time. We got this slow shambling. It looks like there's a few of them. That's all right. So I got scratched walking through here. Didn't know that was a possibility. Had no idea. I knew you could get scratched walking through trees. But I thought it was a real low chance. I'm not sure of the mechanics behind that. Do I hear growling? No? Yes. Here he is. I'm not sure the mechanics behind that. I have been playing with an axe. So every zombie I kill, I'm damaging their clothing, I believe is the way it works. So, well, these jeans aren't damaged. Of course, I picked the one guy who's not damaged. But like this shirt, it says it has a hole in it already. So all of the clothing I've picked up has been from zombies. And I'm pretty sure it all has holes. So if you're wearing clothing that has holes, like this one, I wonder if that is why you can get scratched. Because I thought if you had long sleeve shirts on and stuff like that to protect you, you didn't get scratched when you walked through this stuff. I also could be full of it and completely making all of that stuff up. So we are going to... that book is read. We don't need it anymore. I could literally just toss it on the ground if I wanted to. But what I'm going to do is we're just going to start disassembling. Does it let me? It does not let me do that. Okay. So we want to go upstairs. There are some mechanics behind the disassemble function. Everything grants you experience. Some things will grant you more experience than other things. If I remember correctly, I might be wrong, but I believe what you want to look for is you want to look for big beds, double beds like this, and you want to look for wardrobes, anything double, and then the other stuff gives you less experience. This stuff will give you more. This is barring like basically we're gonna dismantle everything in here, but if you like, because I don't have the next book, so if I was for some way able to get enough experience to level up, I want to make sure I get the good experience from this stuff while I have this modifier on, because as soon as I level up, I am going to. Like that gave me quite a bit of XP. But as soon as I level up to, what is this, 6? I lose the ×8 multiplier because I need the next book. If that makes sense. I probably will not level up, if I had to guess. Oops. Oh yeah, I was going to make a campfire. I forgot I was going to. I think there's a button you can push to pull this stuff up, but I'm not sure. I should look in the keybinds to see if there is. Oh, that was the, I didn't realize I was dismantling the light. This does cause noise, I believe, if you do this around zombies. I might be wrong about that, though. Propane. Okay, we can't do that. Disassemble that. We can do this stuff, though, I believe. Or no, this is going to require... Yeah, it's because if this was a counter without the sink, you could do it. We also need to do the doors. Doors don't give much experience. But we want those hinges and stuff. At some point, we're going to need to build our gate, and I'd have to look, but I'm almost positive it requires a bunch of hinges and doorknobs and stuff. What else? I have a mod that reduces the weight of wood. I like it just because the amount of wood you can carry is not much, and to spend all this time sort of managing your inventory and trying to cycle through all this junk, it can be, for me, I find it to be a bit irritating. So I play with that on, and that lets you hold more wood. I can see how some people would not enjoy that, because it does drastically change the mechanics of the game. However, I just don't want to fuss with all the wood, because you can only hold like, oh man, I should look it up, but it's such a small amount. Such a small amount. Come on, dismantle. Dismantle, please. This stuff's a little bit irritating to do if you're playing with your buddies. If you ever decide to play Zomboid with friends, trying to find all these nails. You cannot speed up time on a multiplayer server, so you're just sort of stuck doing all this slowly. That's good. Let's get this couch. Good. Go. Oh wait, were there nails? Nails weigh almost nothing, so I'm not too worried about picking those up. But I'll come back and get those planks some other time. I didn't know there's sleeping tablets in there. Or I probably said I didn't need them. And I don't technically need them. I haven't found this book yet, but I don't need these. I have to be careful on our way out. I'm not sure of the mechanics on the zombies hearing, pinpoint hearing and all that stuff. They might hear me messing around in here and try to come in. Because there were some, trying to cruise in here and investigate stuff. Was it... What level was it to make that stupid gate anyways? Door? Double wooden door. Carpentry. Oh, we're almost there. How nice. Oh, there's some nails there. Let's grab those. It is 8:20 p.m. Gotta be careful on your boredom level. Mine's real high. I need to probably go outside. If your boredom level gets too high, it will start affecting, I believe, I might be wrong, but it will start affecting your unhappiness. And then if your unhappiness gets high, there are only a select few ways to reduce your unhappiness. And those... Did that wiggle? Those are like the crossword magazines, and there's some like food, like chocolates and stuff. But if it gets super, super high, you're kind of screwed. So it's honestly better, as easy as it is to reduce the boredom level, it's better to just kind of keep an eye on it. In the base game, without these mods down here, you wouldn't normally be able to see how far you are exactly, so you would have to go off this moodlet in the top right where it just says you're getting bored. And that, it's not quite the same. You don't quite have the... so I know I'm bored, but I don't know how much she's bored. Because the gap, I don't know how much you can see it, but there's a good gap here, because each line indicates the level of boredom. And from level 1 to level 2, you can go pretty high. She's hungry again. I need to get rid of this book. I really should. I think I have a crossword magazine. I shouldn't use them, but I'm going to. Do I? I haven't been picking up any. Or did I put them in this one? Click. There we go. Yeah, see, stress. Oh, maybe I'm confusing unhappiness, and maybe unhappiness is stress level. We're going to do one of these because it will reduce, that way I can go and do it again, the dismantling the furniture. I want to hit this final level because as soon as we hit 6, we can build a gate up here. And I can't remember if I have... boy, I wouldn't remember where it is in here. So player built construction's on, but I can't remember if I turned off the ability for them to damage. Governs whether or not zombies can destroy it. Yeah, so I think in this playthrough, I have it so that they cannot damage the constructions. I go back and forth on this. I'd love to hear other people's opinions. So in the base game, these tall fences, as we've talked about, these are indestructible. Zombies cannot go over them, destroy them, touch them, interact with them. So popular bases are often places like this, where you find a gated community with one entrance in, and then you defense up that entrance and protect yourself. Whatever construction I build, be it metal or wood, a zombie can touch it. They can destroy it. I'm not a big fan of that. Sometimes I go back and forth on that. You can change it in the settings so that a zombie cannot touch player-built constructions. This means that if the zombie shows up and I have built a big gate, they cannot destroy the gate. There are ways to surmount that too, such as like, I believe if you build a wall plus a box plus another wall, it makes it so that the zombies can't path there, so they can't target it, so that then they end up not being able to destroy the stuff anyways. So the only thing you end up having to worry about is the gates. Basically, the game turns into worrying about only that gate. Some people view the difficulty of the game in the how long it takes you to get to the point of having just that single gate to defend. I don't know. Go back and forth. Sometimes I play games that are a little bit like that. Put all this junk on the floor. We should be able to dismantle this stuff because it's nothing on it. There's no sink. Oh, I keep clicking the wrong thing. There we go. But yeah, for this one, I think we're going to just continue on as is. We are going to have to clear out the gate when we leave, but otherwise the gate should be safe once we put it up, and we should be safe. Just means there's going to be a whole boatload of zombies. There we go. Whole boatload of zombies hanging out when we finally do clear, or when we finally do get this all fixed up. What is that? Oh, bullion cube. I know there's some nails in here. I didn't pick up any of the nails. I was talking and not thinking. We need to put away hammer, saw, screwdriver. Put these all in our belt. I need to get rid of this book. I could just drop it on the ground. I'm not going to use this house, so this house is junk, basically. Here's some nails. Sometimes if you can't see them, just kind of right-click in areas, and it'll bring up all the stuff on the ground. You can also use your menu up here and walk around, and you'll see everything. You can hover over the material and hit grab. Whichever way you prefer going about it. There's no, like, correct way or anything. The player, the reason I go back and forth on the to talk a little bit more about the constructions, because like this fence right here that I'm looking at, this is indestructible by zombies. The player has no way to make a indestructible fence that's not like sort of cheesing the game mechanics. So for me, it's like, if I'm going to go out of my way to cheese the game mechanics, why not just make it so that I can build something that is indestructible or untargetable out the gate, which is what I have done in this game. All that aside, none of it really matters too much, because one of the great joys of Project Zomboid is that let's see, how much do we need? Carpentry. I need to go pick up 12 planks, that's heavy. One of the great joys of Project Zomboid is that it is a sandbox game, and you can change almost every facet of the game you can even imagine, and that's what I love about the game. So there are games where we can play and be this sort of realistic, hyper-realistic, where the player constructions aren't super strong, even though you can weld your own fences and stuff. Or you can do it this way, where your stuff is good. Sometimes you'll find maybe the game gets a little bit too easy that way, or a little too hard, whichever way you end up doing it. Change the strength of the zombies if it comes down to it. Make the zombies faster, stronger, smarter. There's options to make them, like we have pinpoint hearing on, which is fun because they can see from so far away. I guess I didn't pick up any of the nails in here either. Oh, there was a plank. Which also doesn't make a whole lot of sense either, because the zombies, I mean, they're friggin' rotting zombies. I mean, how much could a friggin' zombie see, right? I'm just going to pick up this one, because 12 is all we need. Double check this. Carpentry door. Oh, I need a door hinge. Okay, we need to dismantle a door. So I just put away all my tools. So we'll pick up the door hinges again. Head back downstairs. Let's just have her drink the beer. She's hungry and stressed and bored. Is this something I should do right now, or should I do it tomorrow? I think there's a little bit of light up there. I think some of the street lights are still on. I might go try to do this now. Hopefully I don't die. If I die, oh well, we can start a new game. There's so many good things about Zomboid. I never did check to see how wide this dang door is. Oh, it's not wide enough. And I didn't bring more planks. That's funny. That's funny. That is definitely something I would do. So we're going to need to get more planks, because we need to seal off the side. Because you can you can still walk through here. So well, whatever. We'll deal with that tomorrow. She's dead tired. Yeah, let's go back to base. We'll just, we'll sleep. These friggin' noises in the game. One of my irritations on horror games. I don't know if you'd classify Project Zomboid as a horror game, but the sound system is from it. Like horror games, they love to put these random sounds in the game, and you'll look up online for people who've done like some testing, and it's like, you know, I keep hearing these sounds. Is that like an indication of where creatures are or anything? And the people who've done the testing are like, no, actually those sounds don't mean anything at all. The devs just put it in the game to mess with you. It's like, ugh, of course they did. Sleepy time. Here we go, sleep. She's had a rough day. A lot of work. We didn't leave the base, but we did get the gate up that doesn't fit. For some reason, I thought that gate was going to fit that entrance. Or maybe... I don't think I ever tested it. Or tried to fit it. I think I just assumed. Which was a mistake. Oh, we are sleeping late. 10:20. Okay. Axe out. Let's go scope it out. Make sure we weren't attacked in the night. Check out the fridge. Fridge is still on, so we still have power. So today we will check at noon for the TV station. But it might be the one that's later. It could be one or the other. It could be the one that's at like, I think it's at 5 p.m. like I said, or maybe it is not. This is weird. I'm not seeing anything. Let's walk over here and check it out. So in order to build, so while I'm standing over here, they should see me and come over. Smoke. But while I'm standing over here, let's pull out wall. So you have to make a wall frame followed by adding the wall to it, I believe. Wooden door. So door frame, wall, wooden pillar, log. I'm not seeing where the actual wall is. Because here's the wall frame. Requires 2 planks. Wooden floor, wooden crate, furniture, miscellaneous. I'm not seeing it. Maybe you just do door frame, double wooden door, wall. Maybe it's been a... Am I losing my mind? Maybe you just do the wooden wall. Either way, we've got a ton of planks over here. Let's see. We can grab this hand torch. Oh, I'm looking in the... I'm like, I'm not seeing the stuff on the ground. I was looking in the... Oh, we need to fill up our... Fill our empty bottles. I forgot the water's out currently, so whenever we get a chance, we want to make sure we fill up our stuff because water is limited and it has not rained, so well, technically we do have that lake right near us, and we could go over there and fill up a pot and boil it because the power is still on. Everything seems okay so far. I would really like to get... I want to see, can you disassemble? Click this. It's not really letting me... Let's see if it lets me if I do it this way. No. No. Disassembling object. Is it trying to do... I think it's trying to do the fence and not... Because I can't target this light. But I would like to get rid of these lights along the edge here because I know how I am. And I'm going to drive through here and just nail one of these lamps and break my car or myself. One of the two. Okay, so let's walk outside. There's a bunch of zombies hanging out there. Oh, they see me. Oh, there's a bunch of them. Check them out. Oh, here we go. This is what you do. You right-click it. Okay, so technically, this should be barricaded. Now, we'll double-check because I may have done these settings wrong. We're going to eat our chips. And we're going to wait for that horde to come over here. If they start banging on the wall, I'm going to open it up. Okay. That's cool. Okay, so what we're going to have to worry about is anytime we leave, we're going to have to open up and fight. Now, my plan was we can make stairs. I wanted to make stairs up so that we can peek at what's hiding out there before we leave. Have like a little area we can peek through. Other than that, I think what we should do is clean up. I'd originally said I didn't really plan on getting rid of these corpses, but I think maybe we should. You can make it a little fireplace. I'm sorry, a campfire. Pile all the corpses here on it, and you can set them on fire. It just requires some matches and stuff, and I'm pretty sure I have quite a few. So you need, I think you need planks, and I've already done planks. Now because I can cut down a tree and use logs to start a fire, but that eats away at axe durability, cutting down a tree. So I think there's still a couple planks in here. If not, we'll dismantle some more stuff in this house and steal it. Oh, it's almost noon. I didn't even notice. Device, turn on, tune in. There's some cooking. Carpentry's going up. So this is not the final day then. Because it was on at noon still. So maybe there's another, maybe tomorrow is the final day. What were there? 7 days of this. So we are slowly approaching what should be helicopter day, which is going to be bad if we're... Actually, it's going to be bad no matter what. If they see us here, it's going to attract all the zombies in the area to us, and we're going to have to somehow kill the zombies before we leave. Reminds me a little bit if you've ever watched Walking Dead. I was not a huge fan of Walking Dead myself, but I have seen up to certain points, and they had those huge hordes of zombies just like chilling outside their gates and walls, and they had to deal with that. Kind of reminds me of that. We have to, because if the helicopter shows up, it's going to attract everything within an area, and there's so many zombies here. I mean, we'll have to. Okay, planks. Oh, it wants a rag. I think we can just grab this and rip it. Where should we put this? Here is good, I think. We might make 2 of these. Craft. So I will say right now that if I accidentally set myself on fire here, is that right? No. Campfire materials. How the hell do you do this again? Am I build a fire? Here we go. If I accidentally set myself on fire, I may enable, I think it's sandbox options that lets me put myself out. If you've never played Project Zomboid, we need to have a moment and talk about basically fire spread, how easy it is for your character. So your character will like, if this campfire is lit, if I get too close to it accidentally, like just walking around, her leg will catch on fire, and I don't have a way to put it out, and she'll just die. She'll just die. And that's that. And you'll have to just deal with that. Now, why can't I rip? Here we go. Rip all. Oh, do I need a pair of scissors, I wonder? Come on. Add fuel. I want to add the plank. That's 2 hours of fuel. And then we want to add the ripped sheets, which is 20 minutes. Okay, now put our axe away. So we are safe. Unless there's a zombie in the compound, we are currently safe. So what I might do here is let's put our stuff away. I did get some thread out of ripping that clothing. That's kind of lucky considering I have no tailoring skill. We need to put all the stuff in our backpack. We are going to be very heavy carrying these corpses. I might time lapse this. Am I out of chips? I am out of chips. Ugh, we are out of canned chili. Do I have a pan? I have picked up a pan. Okay. So, oh, never mind. We'll save the chili. I didn't know I had. I didn't realize I still had meat I can cook. So let's grab a sausage. We'll put the sausage in here. Turn on. Speed up time. You can see the little bar under freezing, and it should swap to cooking. And then it'll be burning, and that's cooked. So we'll eat all this. Delete our empty beer can. Delete. Speaking of the delete mechanic, if you find a dumpster, you can actually do that with corpses. Like a big, like you think in like the big dumpsters that people like dive into for looking for stuffs. Okay, let's smoke, and then we will probably time lapse. Why didn't she smoke? Smoke? That was weird. I'll probably time lapse the lot cleanup. But basically what you do is you, oh, this is dirty. That's okay. Basically you walk up, grab corpse, and then I'm probably just going to walk through this, get scratched again. That would be annoying. Use the walk to command, click on the tile the campfire is on, drop corpse. No, I dropped it over there. Okay, so maybe this is a little bit different. Drop corpse. Is it always the north? Because I swear it used to be. It looks like it's always just slightly north of you. Or was this changed? How irritating if this has changed and I can't do this anymore. Let's campfire info. 2 hours. Light fire. Please don't catch myself on fire. Let's just hang out here for a second and see what happens. I may be doing this wrong. It has been burning for... Let's speed up even faster. 30 minutes. Okay, so something's clearly wrong. Put out fire. Something's clearly wrong. Take campfire materials. Did they change? Did they change this? I swear you used to be able to do this. I'll have to look into this. Maybe we won't be doing this now. It's just dropping it nearby. I wonder, is it the other way around? Maybe, because I swear you used to be able to pile it onto what am I trying to say? A already campfire. But maybe you need to build the fire on the bodies. Maybe that's the way you do it. What I used to do is gasoline and just burn the corpse. Maybe we'll just not deal with it. Since apparently I don't know what I'm doing. I thought I did. In my other games, what I usually do is I don't usually care if the character lives or dies too much, as like I do with this one. So, because obviously I want the series to continue. I mean, I would keep playing Zomboid, but usually what I do is I'll get a gas can, which I think is in here, empty gas can. And then I think you can siphon out. If you are unaware, press V when you are near a vehicle. And it will bring up this context menu that'll let you do things on a card. And then what I would do from here is I would gather up all the bodies, pile them together, and then use the gasoline to set them on fire. My issue with this is I've had the fire spread just a little bit, because here's the burn corpse option. And what I don't want is the bodies, the fire to spread over here. That would be irritating. Okay. Walk to... Let's just do it. See what happens. Hopefully I don't catch myself on fire either. Okay, here we go. Walk away. Stand over here. So the issue is that the fire can spread. Alright, the fire went out. Okay, so that worked. It did spread one tile. Fire in this game is so finicky, though. I've kind of talked about it. I don't have an example, but of course, unless that has changed since the last major time I played. But I've had fires. Did I not grab that? Grab corpse. Drop corpse. Oh. This is going to be so finicky. Drop corpse. Oh, this is going to be so finicky. How irritating. Maybe I'll just set the bodies on fire as I go. Just walk away. Pretend everything's fine. There is an extinguish fire command, which I don't recall that being there. It burned all of 1, 2. Another way you can do it is burying them. How much gasoline was this using? When I've done this in the past, even with the bodies sort of spread out a little bit, it would actively burn the bodies. I didn't have to worry so much about the placement. As long as they were near each other, it was fine. The only reason I'm really even doing this, the only reason I'm even really fussing with this is because hitting a corpse with your car damages the tires. You have a chance to have the tires burst if the pressure is low and all that good stuff. Car mechanics. And realistically, like, none of that really matters, right? Like, burn. Walk away. That's not where I was expecting it to burn. It's using a little bit of gas each time. Do I feel like doing this? The answer is no, I don't feel like doing this. I'm probably just going to drive over them, if I'm being perfectly honest. I do have a tire pump in here. I'm going to put the stuff in the back of here. Oh, there's a tire in here. We need to get that out. That's heavy. Wait, don't put that away. Okay, so you can, like I said, you can hold V to bring up the context menu. Vehicle maintenance is what we want to look at. But you can also just walk... Am I too far away? Keep stringing it. There we go. You can also walk to the front and press E, and she will attempt to open the hood. And what you want to look at is the tires down here. And you want to not look at the percentage. You want to actually click on each one. And you'll see the tire pressure here, 31, 35, 32, 35. And this is what you want to keep an eye on. Because you can run into some issues if you... looks like we got them all. I don't think you get... Do you get mechanic skill for that? Doesn't look like it. 0. I'm going to keep this gas can in here. Where I think I have it equipped. Okay. Don't... Tissue and first aid kit. That's weird. I want the lug wrench out. And we want this other junk out too. And we'll pick up the tire. She's going to be really heavy and complaining because this tire is super heavy. We're going to put these in the garage. Whenever we do finally work on cars, we're just going to leave... where is it? Drop this thing. There we go. And I think we were putting... Oh, I have a lug wrench. I didn't know I had a lug wrench. So I haven't done any work on cars yet, so I'm not even entirely sure what I have and don't have. It is 6 p.m., so we've wasted a whole nother day. Man, this has been... I feel like we haven't accomplished much. I need a saucepan. Where'd it go? Saucepan? Saucepan? Did I lose it? Oh, there it is. Let's just grab this one. Grab this water. Okay, so you want to put water, pot with water in the oven. Turn that on. And then we are going to... It needs to heat up. All right, and then disinfect bandage, all of our bandages. We have one dirty bandage, so we'll do that, and then we'll also disinfect that one dirty bandage. Turn off. We'll leave that in there. So now we've got sterilized bandages, which is good. It says there's stuff in here. Bandage. Oh, scissors. I don't think we have scissors. Tweezers we have. Do I have suture needle? I don't know if I do. I have all this other stuff, though. I don't need any more of that. We're just sort of filling up on this junk. Delete. Put this stuff away. Well, this has been a bust. I'll have to double check. That's rather embarrassing. I have burned those bodies before with campfires, and that is what you did. But that might have been a while ago, for all I know. What's in here? Let's put this stuff in here. I really don't need to be carrying around sleeping tablets. Not that they weigh anything, but this is just not something we need on us. Oop, wrong one. This one. And we have got hand torch here. And I believe we're keeping thread in the garage in one of the boxes. No. Shelf? I think it's shelf. Yeah, shelf. All right. There we go. Excellent. Yeah. Well, my original plan was to clear out the bodies, but that ended up being a very tedious process that I'm not sure what I'll do about that. Can you delete? Can you delete a body? Through like the cheat menu or anything? Because I wasn't able to pile them on the... Oh, look at all the bodies, or look at all the zombies hanging out outside the gate. Oh boy. All right. I think this will be the end of the episode, and next time we are going to head out and explore. I may or may not get rid of the bodies off camera, because that wasted a significant amount of time. I honestly thought I was going to pile them on the campfire, time-lapse me running all over the place, picking them up, putting them on there and burning them, and that didn't work. So clearly I was doing something wrong. That's my fault. It used to work. It doesn't work anymore, or I'm just misremembering. Either way, that's the end of the episode. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one.